The city was drowning in floodwater, and 3 school buses filled with test takers were stuck on a bridge. The students were just hours away from their most important exam, but the rising river showed no mercy. Time was running out. If they didn't reach the test center in 3 hours, all of them would be disqualified. Meanwhile, across town, a girl named Wunwun had rented a small room near the testing site just to be closer and get a bit more sleep. But she woke to find her home surrounded by chest-high water and fallen power lines. She thought it was a nightmare until she realized it was real. Bo, who couldn't reach her by phone, immediately feared the worst. His father tried to convince him to focus on the exam, saying nothing mattered more right now. But Bo disagreed. Some things matter more than a test. Seeing his son's resolve, the father made a choice. He stepped into the freezing floodwaters alone, unsure of how deep they ran or whether manholes had been swept open beneath the surface. Slowly, he pressed forward, step by cautious step, and found Wunwun, scared but safe. As they made their way back, 5 tiny yellow rubber ducks floated by. That simple, innocent moment broke through the fear, and for a second, they smiled. But by the time they returned, the exam window had passed. They thought they'd missed their only chance. But news soon came. Only a fraction of students had arrived on time. The Ministry of Education had no choice but to delay the test. School leaders, police officers, and volunteers united. Efforts were launched across the city and countryside. Slowly, the water began to drain, and students who had been stranded began arriving one by one. By nightfall, over 2,000 of them had reached safety at the dormitories. That evening, the school lit up, not from electricity, but from hope. Students gathered at the windows with phone lights in hand, shining like fireflies in the night. Together, they sang, not out of fear, but out of courage, out of unity. The next morning, the sun finally returned. So did their strength. They walked into the exam room calm, confident, and ready. 12 years of hard work, all leading to this moment. And when it was over, they didn't run to their parents crying. Instead, they lined up in silence at the school gate, bowing deeply in gratitude for every ride, every meal, every sacrifice. The exam wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a dream. May every student carry the dream like a paintbrush and create a life that's truly their own. Like and subscribe for next part.